Hello friends, this is Cold Run. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. We are here in Old Charlian, ready to continue with the main story quest here. Bonds of... Wait, what is this? Why are these quests locked off again? Oh, right. You have to fulfill certain things, and leave meets are... Okay, yeah, leave meets are a crafting gathering thing. Gotcha. Alice. I had no idea how massive a weight it was until he lifted it off my shoulders. But more importantly, his words were an affirmation that the path we walk is the right one. A part of me might have been satisfied so long as my family and friends survived the final days, but to save this star is what we all want most. And if those same people believe that I can help see it done, who am I to say otherwise? Come what may, I will fight for this world of ours until the very end. That's right. And, sometimes you don't feel great, and you don't feel great about yourself, about your goals, and when you lack that confidence, it helps to be able to borrow it from others. Kryl. I apologize for not informing you earlier of Erenville's involvement. He was something of a contingency plan. Thank goodness we had him and his fellow gleaners to hand, though. It would have been monstrously difficult to locate Cid and transport the Hunnish delegation here otherwise. Yeah, nice job, nice pull, Kryl. Tataru, aka one of this expansion is getting crowded with best girls and best boys. Tataru is right up there. Tataru, my throat hurts from directing so many people to Labyrinthos, but that only proves we've got our money's worth. I'm glad you did. Estinian. The time has come to claim our prize. Are you prepared? I don't know. Ishtola. Lee sent a letter along with Gridania's contribution. It seems she traveled there to aid in their adamantite recovery. Evidently, journeying to Gridania was quite the trial, as was getting into the Dalamud shard, as was reaching its depths. I suspect she will have few kind words to say about the Alligans when next we meet. Yeah, she probably didn't enjoy that. That seemed... I mean, that's a rough dungeon, a rough raid. Urianger. Unaided, we scions could never have gathered such a bounty. Refined adamantite, relics sacred and ancient alike. I found myself quite overcome. You played as big a role in that as anyone. Thancred. If I never see another crate again, it will be too soon. So, there's a lot of lifting. There was a lot of work that went into this. A lot of physical work. Graha. I cannot wait to see what our friends from the Ironworks do with the ship. I have no doubt they'll make it awesome. Oh, look at that! They're carting it off in the background. Nice job, game. Alphino. We finally managed to clear the harbor, which means the rest is in the engineer's capable hands. Meanwhile, Father has issued to us an invitation. As was agreed, he will reveal the means by which Hydaelyn may be contacted. We are to meet him at Aporia when we're ready. Given the vital knowledge he holds, I suggest we leave without delay. It transpires, however, that the Forum's method for speaking with her is not without risks. I am curious to hear what those might entail, but regardless, be warned. Tataru. Most of those who arrived with the adamantite have offered to stay and see to any remaining tasks that need doing. The Forum has already asked for my assistance in overseeing the process, so you needn't worry about a thing. Probably the patron saint of secretaries and administrative staff. That's what Tataru is. Alphino. Thank you, Tataru. We're off to Aporia, then. Let's go. Fortuno. Kakushu. I have already shown the others inside. You will want to speak with Clara Lane. She has the key to the lift and can send you down after me. So we're getting into Zarathustra. Where is that? We're getting into Thalmazane. I can never remember the name of that place. So another elevator access. Kona Katapo. What is this? Oh, just a little botanical garden area. Little green, I don't know, that's what the green is, I assume. It's like light that helps plants grow. I'm pleased to report my plants are hardy, healthy, and happy. Looks like my cultivation system is working well. Keep it up. Marvine. Adventurers such as yourself must lead very exciting lives, traveling the world, helping those in need. Perhaps a career change is in order. It's a tough life, but good luck. Clara Lane. You're with Master Fortuno, yes? Just step inside the lift here. Okay. So we were in the central circuit, and we're heading to the... Oh, no, I guess we're still in the central circuit. So you're the lift operator. Okay, Fortuno. From here, we proceed to this heart of Labyrinthos, and its most closely guarded secret, Thaumazein. It marks the beginning and the end of our efforts, whence we delve to seek the audience with the star, and whence we will embark on our journey to the heavens. This way, if you please. So is this going to be like... I'm getting the sense this is going to be... Oh, mapping the realm, nice. Actually, while I'm here... Oh, no, there's no more of these. This is the last ether current. While we're here, I wonder if... This is going to be the final... This is going to be a dungeon or a trial or something. I don't know. It's going to be one of those. There's no way this is not a dungeon or a trial. And if it is, then who would it be against? I mean, the dungeon would make more... The dungeon, there's a clear thing here. Like in that it could just be going through the... You know, oh no, there's so many ether-filled baddies. Oh, look at that ship. That's a cool-looking arc. That is gorgeous. This is very spacey. I mean, of course it's spacey. That is something, all right. Fortuno, I bid you welcome to Thaumazein. Direct your attention towards its center and behold the arc over which we have long labored. Quite impressive. As you can see, 'twas designed as a medium-sized craft, the better to reduce fuel consumption. Miniaturizing magics have been applied to its interior to ensure that the thrust-to-weight ratio does not place too great a limitation on its freight capacity. The ether burner, as you know, has been removed for further modification, but we will reattach it soon enough. I have received word that Kokol and several of your allies are working on it with an intense fervor. Alphino. They are sure to see it done. 'Twas by their expertise that many a prior disaster was averted. If anything, I fear they will not afford us much time for speaking with Hydaelyn ere they finish. Fortuno, point taken. Let us move. He'd smile. It's weird to see him smiling. I like it. Let us move on. I must warn you again, however, that even with the benefit of our device, to treat with her is not a simple feat. So what's it gonna take? Astinian. You feel it too, don't you? The ship is impressive, but it pales in comparison to the vast, primordial power beneath our feet. Yeah, I get this. I get that sense, even if I can't feel it myself. Urianger. 'Twould seem enchantments most advanced have been woven into the ship's very bones. Wilfson and Blovito were doubtless called upon for expertise in teleportation magics. Yep, that makes sense. Graha. It was the Alligans who first combined the mechanical and ethereal sciences into a revolutionary discipline. Given that this ship is nothing short of a technological marvel in that precise vein, Alligan salvage should suit it well. It looks... I mean, I like that you can see how elegant it looks. Like, especially in, like, the fins, kind of the circuitry etchings on... circuit-like etchings on there. Thancred. I doubt that this is what Erenville meant when he said that there remains much we do not know, but still, I can't believe everything that was hidden underneath the city this whole time. The Sharlians are sneaky folk, in a good way. Usually in a good way. Kryl. If meeting with Hydaelyn proves difficult, even for the Forum, then perhaps I... Oh, 'tis an unformed idea at this phase. I'm afraid I will duly inform you if anything comes of it. Say that... What did you say? If meeting Heidelin proves difficult for the forum, perhaps I... So you're trying to get her to... You're trying to... Thinking about, like, whether you can host her again? I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. The whole, like... I'll inform you if anything comes of it. Oh, never mind. I'll let you know if any... Like, that thing makes me think that something's going to come of it. Y'shtola. We must learn of Heidelin's greater plan. We can only hope that she also knows the current location of Meteon. And we can do neither if we do not focus on whatever trial awaits us within. I think she meant that in the general sense of trial, not the 14 term of art trial. Alize. I can well imagine the zeal with which they are working on the ether burner, and all I can say is, I'm glad we have something to do other than get in their way. Once it's ready, we'll see to it that the ship is put to good use. Alphino. To think many generations labored for this end, and that we aim higher still. We must spare no preparation, and that means speaking with Heidelin, no matter the cost. Yeah, I mean, she's the only one who knows where Meteon is. Fortuno. I have done what I can to impress upon you the gravity of what lies ahead. Are you prepared? Apparently I am. Freebird Labyrinthos. Yeah, we got attunement complete. And a new headgear, because I've been looking at this little, like, coyote skull for a long time. So I'm glad for the upgrade. Even if the upgrade does not look like something a tank should be wearing. Actually, it looks cool. It does look cool. It looks like Colonel Kakushu or something. Fortuno. Her children, one and all. Fortuno is ready to lead you to Heidelin at last. We make for the lift at the center of this chamber. Come. Okay. I like that we can still mount in here. Didisa. I'm performing the final checks of parts for the ark we're constructing. Even the smallest error can lead to a huge catastrophe, so we cannot be too careful. Reminds me of that XKCD comic where they're all looking at where a bunch of scientists at Los Alamos are talking about, are we ready to test the bomb and, you know, challenge God, and all the slightest mistake could destroy the world. And someone turns to him and says, wait, is it Sokatoa or Tokasoa? Like, it's the idea that, like, small errors, small mistakes probably makes you just question everything. It's got to make you, it's got to be terrifying. Urianje. As a means of communing with the heart of the star, 'tis disappointingly mechanical in design. You would say that, you astrologian. Astinian. I doubt there's anything worth worrying over. Not for Heidelin's champion, at any rate. We'll see how many times I die and whatever's to come. Gratia. Am I the only one feeling terribly nervous? Surely not. No, you're not. Y'shtola. The ether here is more brilliant than I have ever seen. Alphino. This doesn't strike me as particularly dangerous unless one is afraid of lifts. I mean, it's a lift that goes to God, to like a version, one of the gods, so, like, I don't know if that feels dangerous. Alize. With the ship in the way, I didn't even notice this was here. Yeah, same. Kryl. I should hope that Master Fortuno has more to share ere sending anyone stumbling into the ethereal sea. Maybe we'll get Super Calcabrina here. Fortuno. As you all know, alongside our physical world exists an ethereal plane, what we refer to as the ethereal sea. At the heart of the star, the physical and ethereal are one and the same. The deeper we go, the easier it becomes to pass between said planes. We utilized this principle in constructing the anti-tower, and once more here in Thaumazein. Yeah, just going down. No sooner did the Forum decide to withdraw from Eorzea than we began work on this facility. Our work culminated in a device that allowed us to peer deeper into the ethereal sea than ever before, in search of Heidelin's ever fainter echoes. The Aitiascope. The Aitiascope? 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 Y'shtola. And you communicate with her through this device? Fortuno. Yes. For a time, yes. But since the Seventh Umbral Calamity, it has been rare to hear even a whisper. True oracles. If you wish to reach her, you must journey closer to the center of the star than we have ever dared, beyond the Aitiascope. Even so, I make no guarantee that you will find her, nor of your safety, not so deep in the ethereal sea. Alphino, we understand, but if we are to deliver this world, we have no choice but to try. Yeah, he's sending his kids into space, basically. Fortuno, I know. I only wish we could do more than observe your progress from afar. Can you do that, even? The Aitiascope's ocular lens, by which we may peer into the ethereal sea without placing ourselves at hazard, lies above us. Through it we can watch and guide you. Oh, that's good. In those swirling depths, there are pockets of ether so dense and turbulent they can unravel one's soul. If we determine you are at risk of coming into contact with such a pocket, we will recall you with teleportation magics. To that end, it would be best if one familiar with the composition of your souls remained here to assist in assessing said risk. Otherwise, there is an increased probability we will extract you too early or too late. Yeah, it's going to be either Graha or Stola, probably. Or Kryl. Yeah, Kryl. Kryl, please allow me. She had experience bringing us back from the first. I have thought upon this much, and in truth I do not believe I am fit to join you in the trials ahead. The events at the Tower of Babel drained me, yes, but even before that your capabilities far outstripped my own. This is no time to have a weak link on our vanguard, no matter how much she may wish it were otherwise. If I may assist in the manner that Master Fortuno has laid out, however, I may still be of use. Will you trust in me to do so? 100%. Alze, I can think of no other I'd trust more. Compared to all the effort you put into keeping us alive while our souls were in the first. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Preventing us from dissolving into ether on a single expedition ought to pose no challenge for at all. That's a proclamation. Estinian, and even if we did, I expect you would hunt us down and restore us to health somehow. Kryl, you flatter me, but rest assured I will be keeping close eye on all of you. Fortuno, there is one more thing. Those in ages past referred to the ethereal sea as the underworld, our final resting place. I hope that's not what it is. In its embrace is memory washed away, leaving only the purity of one's soul, or so we believe. Yet what of these memories? Few think to ask what becomes of them, cast adrift on ethereal tides. Some theorize they linger for some time, those associated with strong sentiment in particular. Oh, okay. In those depths, memories of the departed may even coalesce around you for hatred or for love. This is going to be a trippy dungeon, isn't it? Thus do I caution you to be wary, but also to have faith. Remember those who did gladly extend a hand to you, that they may lift you up once more. Oh, God, how many dead are we going to meet? Dead people blaming us, thanking us? I feel like this is going to be one of those places. Journey to the underworld, indeed. The Aitiascope is now accessible. I'm hoping it's pronounced Aitiascope or Aitiascope. I'm going to go with Aitiascope, but I really have no idea. Okay. Grantia small talk. I cannot help but think of those who were transformed into beasts. Their ether dissolved into nothingness, their souls forever lost. Yet I dare say Fandaniel still wanders the ethereal sea. Well, we see him, as do ancients who gave rise to Zodiac, setting in motion so many cataclysmic events. If there is a justice or morality at work that governs our fates, I do not know it, nor do I think any man ever will. Stola. Sorry, just random finger pain. I now understand why these facilities are so heavily guarded. If it fell into the wrong hands, the wisdom of Heidelin could be dangerous, 'tis true. However, the danger is not compared to what would result should the common folk en masse venture into the ethereal sea unprepared, which they most certainly would, if they thought it would allow them to speak to the dead. Once that secret got out, no rational argument could dissuade people from wanting to see their loved ones, no matter how ephemeral the meeting. Yeah, I don't blame people for not making it public that the way to the underworld is like here. Alphino. We have always tried to do the right thing, but we have not always been kind nor merciful. I should not be surprised if some few harbored resentment for us as they passed on. We must face these truths and meet them as they come. I feel like there we might see the Garlemald contingent. I don't remember their names, but the woman and her child who died fleeing from Elfino and Alizé and the rest of us. Alizé. Maybe our enemies are down there, but if we've beaten them once, we can beat them again. I'm more concerned about our meeting with Hydaelyn. We may find our truth, but what if... No, I would rather not think on it. Let us move on. Are you going to say, like, what if she can't get to Medion? What if we're just totally out of luck there? Because that, if we can't get to Medion, I think we're absolutely screwed. Thancred. If some part of them remains in the ethereal sea, do you think... You looking for Minfilia, maybe? Forgive me, that's not why we're here. And no matter what happens, she'll always be with us. With Reen, most of all, yep. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. She tell us to live for us here and now. For the here and now, to do what must be done, and we will. Urianger. If Hydaelyn be unwilling or unable to divulge Meteon's location, I shall see our comrades delivered to the moon, one and all. I pray, however, that this eventuality doth not come to pass. While even a sliver of hope remaineth, we must needs fight on. I also, just storytelling-wise, I like that, in a meta sense, I like that there is this possibility that we'll lose and that the game wouldn't be over. Like, that's not, I don't think it's going to happen, because just, I feel like even as wary as I am about spoilers, I feel like I would have heard about that. If, like, if we were just the next expansion and everywhere else took place on another star. If the patch content, like, took place on another star or something. I don't know. I feel like I would have heard about that. But I like that this backup plan exists so that if we were to... you can suspend the disbelief a little bit more easily, since they're building up this backup plan so strongly. Stinian. I've seen more than enough death in my time. Friends, enemies, far too many to count. Once revenge was all I lived for. All that hate, all that anger. What good did it do? Will we see Dragon Boss? Eye Guy? I don't know. Probably not, but maybe. None, that's what I say. That's what. Way I see it, there's no point living for the past if it's the present that needs protecting. So who are we taking? We're forming a party and entering the Aitiascope. Insufficient level. Oh, I need to go as level 89. Okay, so we're going to go as Red Mage. We will go with... I think the twins...
I stand ever ready.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I think the twins and Graha are who I want to bring for this. Okay. The Aitiascope. Elevator to Purgatory, here we come. The Aitiascope. Very much Deltascape feelings here. The castle, kind of like X-Death's castle, kind of floating in the void.
All seems in order with the lens, and I trust you can hear me?
Yes. I was hoping we'd look up and we just see a giant Kryl face looking down at us, but it doesn't look like that's the case. How do I see... Isn't there duty information about, like, this particular duty? Oh, maybe details? Deep in the heart of Labyrinthos lies its secret among secrets, the device through which the Asharlians have peered into the ethereal sea to learn Hydaelyn's secrets. With their bargain with the Forum fulfilled, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn are poised to journey to the Aitiascope and beyond to beg her aid, but no depths are without their darkness. Here we go. Oh, I like that half-formed design.
Those things are pure malcontent, the residue of lives unfulfilled.
Sinking remnant. That is depressing. I hope I don't become that in real life. So these are, I mean, the books here, this almost looks like submarine vents. This isn't... Is this what Charlian set up, or is this all made of memory? I think this is... I mean, it looks Charlian enough that I think this is what Charlian actually set up, but I don't know how much this is real versus just dream imagery, almost. Sinking rivalry. Oh, and I like that it's two people, like, fused together. That it's almost like the essence of whoever this was from is like the essence of two rivals that just got locked in together even now. Oh, that's kind of awesome. Kind of a fiery enemy here. Ilberd the Unrelenting. No. You were a dick, but you were a great character. I'm sorry that you're... Are you dressed as the Falcon? No, you're dressed as a Crystal Brave. This is the version of you that persists. Are we going to get a sloppy for old time's sake? I also am curious if Alphino's going to have any special dialogue here. Visceral hate.
I have you now. There.
Yeah, of course he would have sinking arrogance. In a rush of familiar wisdom, the memory of a principled scion takes form. Papalimo?
Hold still.
I see the staff. There's no mistaking that staff. Yup. Existential dread. We understand. Rest well. You never even met him, Graha, did you? Unless the staff was Louis Swab, but no, I don't think so. I think it's going to be Papalimo. But again, I could absolutely be mistaken. But that's my interpretation was Papalimo, and that Graha probably met him before, before we did. Livia Livia! You cannot... I will never surrender my love. Her resentment was bigger than she was. Ah, Livia. She was from the Castra Meridianum, right? And like all over A Realm Reborn, but I mean that was where we killed her, I think. Frustration. So frustration is the AoE. Aglaya Bite. What is that? Just her tail is like half of a. Her tail is a gunblade. Her tail is a gunblade split into two. Bear my pain into my enemy's breast, Aglaya. Who's Aglaya? Okay, so I see. So it's the tentacles that she's channeling energy into that becomes that. Gotcha. Aglaya shot. Never again will I yield to you. So this is going to be a... They're going to shoot back again. Yeah. Okay. Odi et amo, I hate and I love. So, famous Latin love poem. Not really a love poem, it's more like a poem of despair, but yeah, I know that. It's either... Who wrote that? Was it Horace or Catullus? I think it's Catullus. Livia, my Lord Gaius, cling to any feeling so long and it's bound to turn dark.
Follow the flow of ether. It will guide you.
So that was... She was pining after... I don't know who Aglaya was. Was she pining after Gaius? I think I remember that, but it's been so long since I thought about Livia as a character beyond just what updates have they made to her when they revamped Castrum. Okay, into the ether current we go. Arrive at the salt...
It's too dense. Ah, I'm losing
Whoa! Abyssal Plain, Salt Crystal Springs. How friggin' cool is this dungeon? Look at this place. Sinking Desire, Sinking Dissension. Sinking Partiality. What was that? In the rush of a familiar affection, of the memory of a valiant Archon takes form. Is that Moan Brita? I don't remember if she had an axe or if this is our... That's Moan Brita's, yes! I was right. Alpha, no, that's Moan Brita's. God, I want to go back in here with, like... with Urianger and see if there's anything that comes out of this. Like any reaction to her. And who's this? A kind-hearted knight takes form, Harshafont. The I love that we don't even see the body, we just see the weapons and the shield. That broken shield, but broken no longer. And it gives us a buff. What is that buff? Gave us damage up. Unless that was from one of the party. No, damage up and vulnerability down. Thank you, Harshafont. Protecting us even now. Just before we get to the next fight, just taking a second to just bask in how, like, what's like crystalline barbed wire that we're riding on. Alright, who next guards the underworld? Rataten the Unshakable, as my life belonged to the Empire. Gaius no longer wishes this of you, Perfectus. Ah, from meme to dream. Rataten the Unshakable. Alright, let's have a real Rataten fight. Maybe for the first time ever. Tartarian Impact. Yeah, dual-wielding shields like a boss. Tartarian Spark, is that just kind of a line attack? I guess. Yeah, just kind of just you will fall to Tartarus. What are we doing? Shield skewer? Oh, okay. So we have to get ready to... I see what he did. Okay. You'll fall to Tartarus, because Tartarus is the underworld. Anvil, I guess he's just... Yeah, he's just in hell mode. Or underworld mode, anyway. The whole Glee and Climb thing, or G and Climb, that was something in the underworld also, wasn't it? That wasn't a... What's this? Why is everyone going here? I didn't understand that mechanic. Okay. I sort of get that. I think that, so one went generally northeast, one went generally southeast, and so like the paths of explosions were going to be in that general direction. So everywhere in the west was safe. So here, everywhere here is safe, maybe? Let's see if I'm right. I might die because I'm not with everyone right now. Yeah, it looks like I was right. Okay. Lord Van Balsar, again, I fail you. You didn't fail him. Alphino said the exact same thing. You didn't fail him. That was not me quoting Alphino or doing Alphino's dialogue. That was... Oh. Ah. I really want to go back. At some point, I don't think I'm going to do a recording of this, but like... At some point, I want to do either New Game Plus or a new character and just get to see all this again. It's been so long since I got to see these characters. Maybe after this expansion, just do the MSQ again. Just that. I think I'd like that. Therostatic peak. We're getting closer to the light, at least. That's probably a good thing. Right? Who's making this pathway for us? Such a warm glow. Is this going to be Minfilia? So we're heading down to Midnight Downvale. Midnight Downwell. Sinking impatience, sinking dishonesty. Yeah, it me. At least for the dishonesty part. In my real life, I'm a big liar. I'm trying to get out of the habit of doing that, but yeah, I lie a lot. It's not a good quality for me, but not about huge things, just I don't know, small things. I know that this isn't what people are asking about or anything, but just seeing this dungeon has got me thinking about, like, when I go to the underworld. And I believe this interpretation of the underworld actually hews much closer to what I believe might happen than, you know, traditional heaven or hell, or Judeo-Christian, or at least Christian heaven and hell. I'm Jewish, but that's Christian heaven and hell is still the main thing in my mind. This is the... I think it's much more... I think an afterlife, if there is one, is much more likely to be like a moment stretching out for you where the most dominant parts of your personality get relived and amplified and become just something you experience. And I don't know, I feel like some of these things would be echoed for me. This is our way forward. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit downer there, hopefully. Anyway. I like this version of an underworld is all I mean. What is that? So we keep seeing bursts of dark energy coming and blowing stuff up. Yep, it was Minfilia's spirit. Can I talk to it? No, I can't interact with it. Alphino will make you proud. I know you will. Yeah, we're certainly getting closer to Mother Heidelin. So this is the final boss, Midnight Downwell. Who's it going to be? Fandaniel. They did warn us that the Aasian souls were here. Or Hermes, I don't know who to call it.
This is as far as you go. Oblivion beckons!
What? You could... Amon the Undying! It's Amon. I was gonna say you could see the hat. That's amazing. You could... It's like that's its its core design element is the hat. That mask, that of Alag's greatest mind. Will take more than a bit of theater to frighten me. I like... Even now he's got the theater thing going on. Alright, here we go.
Many faces have I worn, but this is my favorite by far.
Amon? The face of Amon? I guess he like...
You will persist in this folly no longer.
Oh, Thundaga Forte. He's even using the language from the Amon fight in Crystal Tower. Whoa. Okay. So there's different...
Allow me. You cannot...
Ah, okay. Strophe. Like catastrophe or apostrophe? Antistrophe.
Hold still.
I don't know where we're supposed to go. Is it gonna... Oh, okay. Left for Raga Forte. So we want to stay on its right side? Yeah. Entracht. So this is intermission, I think. So phase change, maybe?
Let the curtains rise for the main attraction.
Curtain calls. We got kind of explosion. What else, though? Oh shit, what is that? Let me get out of that path. Was that Shiva? Oh shit, that's a big ice block. A bracing wind leaps from the pages of memory. Was that Shiva?
You underestimate me.
That was an ice hit. That was a sail. Oh my. I was talking before about how cool it was that... Okay, I got you. So we're staying here, and then when that explodes... Yep, okay. I was talking before about how cool it was that in the like all the things from our past were coming back to us, and boy, is that continuing right now. Holy shit, this dungeon. Got him. Once again, we got him. Was that the third time? That's not said in resentment. This is. It's not like, why does he keep coming back? Like,
Lies! All lies! Your dreams, your hopes, your futures, delusions and lies!
I guess we're gonna see, aren't we? Team Amon blasting off again. Yeah, this isn't really a time for like a victory pose. Rest of the gang comes in.
My very essence begins to wane. Sweet, sweet agony.
You've been through it a lot this expansion, haven't you? A lot of it by your own doing, but not all of it. And regardless of whether it was all of it,
leave this to her.
It's been because I don't know if he's going to remember if now that his soul is here, if he'll remember me.
The coup de grace.
If there's any way to make him remember.
Good. Watching you struggle against the inevitable is bad comedy. Erase me from existence, soul and all.
Have you any memories of Medion? It feels almost blasphemous to ask about Medion, right? Not blasphemous, but how do I want to say it? I know that both of these can be asking about him, but asking about Medion right now feels like it's us trying to get information. Asking if he recalls his days as Hermes feels like it's trying to give him peace. Or give him clarity, I don't know.
How would you know that name?
So I'm telling the story of Elpis right now.
Then it was you. In Elpis. With Emmet-Salk. The final pieces fall into place.
That had to be a knit of just a something in your craw for centuries, for millennia.
In my halcyon days, as the mortal Amon, I was haunted by a dream. Night after night, the faceless multitude, the voiceless cries, shards of shattered memories. But slowly, the fog began to clear. This was Elpis. And I was Hermes.
This was the sundering you were dreaming of?
Recurring though it was, I paid this dream little heed. It was only when I was granted the seat and memories of Fandaniel
that I knew these visions to be true. They were the memories of Hermes that he himself erased using the power of Kairos.
I guess they were just piecing themselves together back in your memory a little bit.
Or so he thought. In his attempt to burn away the events of that fateful day, he succeeded only in searing them more deeply into his soul. My soul. Death failed to expunge them. No matter how many times it came. Rebirth after rebirth, from one Fandaniel to the next. I wonder, is Amitselk adrift somewhere in this ethereal sea? In defeat, finally remembering your time together in Elpis?
I don't think so. I don't think he's... I mean, I guess the answer is yeah. I was thinking, I misinterpreted what he just said for a second. I thought he was saying, like, is he here, like, wallowing in defeat? But no, that's not what he's asking. He's asking, is he here with his memories back intact, too?
How it must gall him to be entrusted with knowledge of the final days, only to be rendered powerless to act upon it. So many lifetimes dedicated to restoring his beloved Amon in blissful ignorance. But make no mistake, my life as Hermes is not the reason I invited the world's end.
I assume it was just the general despair brought on by Medion and all that.
I have lived. I have struggled. I have dredged the very depths of despair. And in the detritus of existence, I found the truth. I served a great ruler, powerful beyond measure. The world, his dominion. Yet even he and his vast empire were destined to fall, to become one with oblivion. At the end of life's journey lies only death.
Yeah, that core of nihilism.
So I ask you, why live at all? We betray, we torment, we murder. We are wicked, spiteful creatures, without exception.
It's a big we.
If life is so sacred, so precious, why fill it with such misery? Man wallows in a hell of his own making without purpose or meaning. To live is to suffer, and I would end that suffering by my own hand. It matters not if it flies in the face of all believed right and just. Death is the only solution! That is my truth. My answer to the question. And yet...
There's an and yet coming.
Even as the words pass my lips, I am filled with doubt. Has my search reached its end?
That was the person who... Oh yeah, just flashes of memories.
Was this the only way?
What was the red dragon lying on the ground?
All these years.
The second clip. Oh, that was probably the creature that died that sparked that they had to put down.
Is this the answer I was hoping for?
The lamentations of the damned. How it vexes me to see your conviction falter at the last. Fandaniel, still clinging to existence, I see.
That's his voice too. Is this just...
You, who champion death so fervently, unwilling to accept your own, refusing to be purified and swept into the sea of souls, as do I. We prisoners to men, watching as the world turns.
Is this the part, like a part of him?
Me, you will be spared the ignominy of having your corpse made a puppet, dancing to another's tune.
Is this Asahi? Like actual Asahi?
Is that Asahi?
Asahi?
How very astute. But let me be clear, I have not come to consort with the likes of you.
Oh, let me kick you off again.
Nor have I come to bemoan the state of the world following my untimely demise. In fact, I delight in mankind's downfall and the anguish it brings the savior of the savages.
Not the worst character in 14, but absolutely one of the most hateable.
If I played some small part in the chaos, all the better. Not that I was in any position to resist.
Yeah, but you were dead at the
made
time.
accomplice to the betrayal of Lord Xenos.
That would sting you.
I would die 1,000 deaths to exact my vengeance.
I did not think I'd be seeing him here.
Now you are at my mercy. I shall drag us both into oblivion, and you will never see the fulfillment of your magnum opus. Even should you be reborn, your desperate search for answers must start again.
Kakushu, attack Asahi right now, Asahi. I'll do what must be done. Again, at the end here, I feel like the merciful answer is still okay. Next time we'll find the answer together.
Even here, even now, you have every right to hate me. For the fool I was. For the monster I became.
I mean, I hate the actions you did, and I feel sad for the person behind the actions.
I will not beg forgiveness. The tale of Hermes, the man who knew so much, yet understood so little, ends here.
Don't try to follow me. I had more of you people than I could stomach in life. Never mind in death.
I have no interest in following wherever you are.
Likewise. I pray we do not meet again.
Yeah, you I don't pity. You I just think you're a terrible
You had
asshole.
better hope not.
Again, not who I was expecting right now.
Come. Hydaelyn is waiting.